Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and also good evening, depending on whichever time of the day that you are going to come across this video. I'd like to welcome you onto my channel, man. I've been avoiding talking about this. I did not want to talk about this, but this kind of like stood out for me because now I've been seeing a lot of loopholes in terms of like these guys. It's like they more or less kind of like hired amateurs to do this. But again, then again, do have to say RIP to AKA. Um, yeah, and with what I'm about to say, I'm not saying this because I'm promoting what they did or I'm teaching them how to do their job properly or whatever. But I'm just pointing out things that were just like, how Manadawe, why would they so? You understand in terms of Uguti, a lot of these things that they've done or been, oh yeah, they did, they do leave, or they've left numerous trails that came back to them. You understand? Like specifically with this article that I saw on Vance News, and shout out to Vance News. And yeah, man, let's just go through this. They say that AKA's murder spotter claims he was on a date at Wish restaurant. So I take it that particular day when this whole thing happened, he was not there to as a spotter, or he is not a spotter. Sorry, he was there um because he was on a date, or he was waiting for someone or the woman to be on a date with or whatever. Then they say, and then the article carries on and says one of the five men who were being charged with the murder of award-winning rapper Keenan, aka Forbes, denies being a spotter. This was revealed at the Durban Magistrate Court, where the bail application of five of the seven suspects continued. Yeah, well, already this is why I didn't want to talk about these things, because already much so was a bail. Yeah. So majority of the suspects face separate accusations of murder and robbery with aggravating circumstances, and are currently out on. Oh, guys, I'm just saying, hey, I'm sorry. So when they were arrested in February, the KZN, I'm just going to say KZN, KwaZulu Natal, if you do not know the meaning of KZN, Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi indicated that the seven accused play different roles, or various roles. Hence, with this particular article of video, we're talking about the spotter. Two are included: two spotters, two shooters, and organizers, or an organizer, but they didn't write that, and an organizer of weaponry and escape vehicles, and a coordinator, among others. So, according to the state, Ndimande was dropped off at Wish. Demand, I take it this is the spotter that is denying that he was a spotter at Wish. Was dropped off at Wish restaurant about 17 minutes past 9 in the evening. CCTV footage showed him entering the establishment. This is Nai Kanala. First things first, I know these could be movies and whatever and all of that. We do not really know Guti do they really do these things in America and all of that, you understand? Um, my thing is, normally in movies, people wear disguises. They wear things to hide their faces, things that are not even going to reveal their faces. You understand? I take Wish to be, I've never been a Wish or whatever, but the fact that a celebrity at AKA's level was, ngathini athi ngisho ngesizulu guys yabo, iyakhona ukuthi iyodla khona. I take it it's a dope establishment, you understand, it's a dope restaurant. That's why ikwazi uku-attract ama-celebrities like AKA and stuff like that. So for a restaurant like that, I will not be shocked if they do have cameras or ama-CCTV that are always working 24/7, you understand? So now this is where now lento iphinde ngivele khona ukuthi how laba bayowenza lento lo muntu bamshiya lapha shothi azange acabanga ukuthi lama camera mangake kwenzeke, because if kuplan izinto kanje, we normally see this in a movie. If people are planning ukwenza izinto ezikanje, they make sure that they cover every loose end. If you've watched Imani Heist, you will see they make sure that they will not be caught. Because any element of surprise is really coming at you out of the blue. You understand? Because like now what I'm asking myself, a restaurant like that angeke ibe nawo amakhamera nano yo nokuzifihla nokufaka nje into nje bizozilentuzana, because vele for sure nobody would have suspected Guti, even if they would have came in with a hoodie or whatever, no one would have suspected that okay, this guy is coming to do this or whatever, up until it would have happened. But even when it would have happened, no one would have even seen this person, would have seen this guy, because when the whole thing happened, everyone is just shocked, and I'm sure this person would have left or ran or whatever, done whatever that he had to do in order to get away, because Kurama escape vehicles and everything here, but no one would have noticed, because this is more or less like you're in a shop, then someone comes in with a hoodie, wearing a hoodie. You will not suspect, no, this person is going to do this, is going to do that, unless they're wearing Ibaraclav or something like that. So I feel like, why did this person not think of that, of hiding the face? I'm not teaching criminals to be criminals, hey? I'm just, yeah. And then it says, carries on saying that, accused 5, or number 5, in the AKA case, went on to have a meal and even switched his seats so he could get a better view of AKA and his entourage. This goes back to that thing, why engazange agqoke mask, not a mask, a hoodie. Yeah, even this switching of seats and everything like that, that on its own, I feel like no image how. Another thing, who went in the restaurant first? Was it AKA or was it this guy? Because if it was a matter of Guti, this guy is the one who went in first, even Nakona like that, doesn't make sense though. Because if they are following him, how did they know that if this guy is the one who arrived first, how would this guy have known Guti AK was going to be at Wish? So it must be that AKA is the one who entered first, and then this guy came after. Yeah, I think Kuganjan. Because if he is the one who came after, it doesn't make sense, Guti Upaizil. This is also another thing that Mdaisa Guti. When ubuhleli ngapha suyashintsha ukuthi uhleli ngapha futhi awufaka nento ekufihlayo, wena we accuse kuyo lento le, and iyaveza lento ukuthi wena ubukhona khona futhi la khona ama-sport and all of this, and everyone who's organizing shuthi wena unesandla la. So isn't it all these things, they are kind of leading or pointing towards the sky? You understand? Going back to the hoodie thing, well, if bekhona hoodie ngaba ke kulele into zabo, because they would have had to prove ukuthi uyelo na CCTV footage. Just because someone came in wearing a hood doesn't mean it's me. Just because you'll think it's me doesn't mean it's really me, because like that he can still say no, it's not me. And then they say that allegedly he was seen continuously talking on his phone, his cell phone, and even paid for his meal using a Standard Bank card linked to an account he opened that very same day. Forbes was. This is another thing. Why didn't he pay cash? Why didn't he pay cash? Because if he had paid cash, this account would have, this thing that he has, an account that was open that day, would have not been picked up. Fake hoodie, what make that fake hoodie, work battle like a cash. Uyabona ukuthi nje already this lezi zinto la le storage ngaba sikho. Ngaba sikho. The phone thing, man, siyakhuluma sonke ngama phone and all of that. So, and some of us are always on our phones, so I wouldn't really, it's a normal thing. Loco, I wouldn't really say ukuthi it meant anything with if bekumuntu just get now not sibabona abantu eyitoro. We always see people on their phones. We never suspect anything ill. Excuse me. And then he carries on saying, and he was not shaken like others in the restaurant. Now, this is another thing. This is another thing that gave him off. He's not wearing anything that hides his identity. This, I almost said a Capitec card, a Standard Bank account thing. And that account, guys, I haven't really also been following this story, so that's why I'm also asking some of these things. You only to find out good some of these things they have spoke about them and all of that. Since these guys were hired, my question is, with this account that was opened that very same day, was there a huge amount of money that was deposited or paid into that account? Because if there is, this is another thing that also that is also a trail or a breadcrumb if I could know this guy ukhona kulento. This is also another thing that does say good no, this one is in this. If he had paid cash, all of this would have not been there. So they say that him not being shaken, mina ngisazama nokuqasha nokwenzani. This also does give off this thing ukuthi, as this article did also say ukuthi, these guys have been doing criminal activities, so these things are no longer new to them. They are no longer shocked or shaken by such things happening around them. So which this also does kind of like confirm ukuthi, okay, law, no. Because it's like manje, if ungakhala isibhamu wherever you are, uyazi ukuthi uzobaleka uqashe uthuke and all of that. And if ungaqashe uthuke, that means ukuthi you are kind of like used to these things. However, he denied being a spotter at the Wish restaurant. Instead, he says he was on a date, but the woman stood him up. Now, this is another thing, also going back to Ifoni Manje. Did they, cell phone records, did they check? Did they verify Guti he was really talking to a woman? Did they find that woman? Because maybe that woman also does know some things, if there is a woman. Because I feel like though that is, they also do need to check that. You guys umuntu aza ngale mali. Yeah, but I feel like naloko futhi, if his identity was not revealed, all of this ngaba gukho, unless one of the people that they are in this with is going to rat him out. So they said that after realizing that the clock was ticking while at the restaurant, while at the I kept calling the lady and she kept promising that she would. That's what I'm saying. Ugela bamtholile and bachekile ama phone records, bacheka ireka, bacheka all those things, and watholakala ugela ukuthi ukuphi and all of that. Because the next thing that he can also say now, it could be easy for him to just say, no, it's a girl that I just met where, was supposed to, but even like that, he can't really say that because now they'll have to do a follow up in terms of checking. You met her on Facebook, okay, let's see who's this girl, let's see the conversations and all of that. If it's a girl that he's seen before and everything like that, they have to bring up, because sometimes with Legend of Zokoreka, people buy our SIM cards from Abu, my friend, and you know those SIM cards, what happens with them, and my numbers, but your number is yours. So I do also feel like Nalapo did they also do that. And then he carries on. Oh, this is a quote. It says, I dispute any motion that I was a spotter, and oh, as I wasn't even aware that the first deceased was around. Uh, it's kind of hard for me to also believe that, because when there's a celebrity, sometimes I haven't been around. Angijwayele mina ukuba around ama-celebrity. I was the way ngithi angijwayele as if I've been. When there's a celebrity, attention back on. There is a bit of a commotion in terms of people wanting autographs and all of that. And it's hard for me to also believe that he wasn't aware that the guy was there. Maybe it can happen. But now, if you are waiting for someone, I know that if I'm waiting for you and you are running late, what I will be doing, I'll be calling you non-stop and also be looking around, looking to see if do I see you coming as I'm waiting for you on for a date. Like in Glendale, so I'll be looking around seeing if are you coming? Are you coming? Are you coming? So it's hard for me to, if I'm looking around and are you coming? Are you coming? Are you coming? And AKA is there, it's hard for me not to spot him. Because I also, if I'm not mistaken, AKA is was kind of like a loud guy. Yeah, the song is not make sure. Yeah, Bafetu, I just wanted to talk about that. Hey, Bafetu, this is dangerous. But yeah, man, that's what I just wanted to talk about. But I feel like the ball was dropped a bit. Chanyana. Oh, kasi image. Let me not say that. I'm sorry. Yeah, but tell me what you think. Tell me what you think, because I've seen also other articles, but I didn't really go through them like fully. I was like, no, yabona lento le iyabadayisa, nale iyabadayisa, nale iyabadayisa. You understand? Um, yeah. Tell me what you think. Do you also feel like vele ziyakhala? Evidence iyaveza vele ukuthi umngane wesengaphika nje or whatever. So yeah, man.